What's good? I'm Nomad the Native, and you are tuned into the Snippet, a comfortable spot where we let the art spark the conversation. I link with artists, and we take a deep dive into the emotions and context that drive our creativity. So, join us as we connect, collaborate, and converse here on the Snippet.
It's Nomad the Native, and I'm here with my mans,
The magnificent one.
bruh.
The M and Magnif. The person. The living legend. I am he.
You feel good about yourself?
A little bit, you know what you got to. I mean, ain't nobody else gonna feel good about me. You know what I'm saying? It's, just giving you a little snippet of the energy that I live by. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That part.
Speaking of the snippet, can I play your snippet of a song?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'll break it down, I'll break it down. Bitch, I earn these sticky fingers when the worry begins to linger. So I burn them, then I leave them between my euphorias and my demons. I'm a warrior in my thinking. That's how you know your boy is scheming, yeah. To turn this life that I'm leading into the life that I'm dreaming. And I know you see it. The future is where I'm looking. I'm focused on these bookings.
So yeah, it's a song called "The Breakdown" from a project I dropped a couple years ago called Lavender J, and like I feel like that jump's like a good like glimpse into the mind state that I was in at the time, like stressed out, getting caught up in a particular path of thought. Sometimes I'll break down a little something, I'll roll up a J, especially when I'm on my way to the studio. I'm like, the long day of work, I'm helping people all day, I'm like thinking too much with a little bit of tree, preparing my mind for whatever, and just taking a break. The emphasis on taking a break. Sometimes you need a break from things, from life, from shit, from stuff. And I think it's important to talk about, you know?
Does music always come from a position of feel good for you?
Feel good. What you mean by that?
Like, you were talking about this euphoria, coming down, and go, smoking weed. Like, is that the true reasoning behind the song or your music?
You know what? To a certain degree, maybe not feel good, but cope.
Cope. Okay.
Yeah, like I think a lot of my music and a lot of my music has been me processing something.
Okay.
Whether it's a difficult feeling, an uncomfortable experience, and trying to cope with how am I going to process this and get to the other end of it, so that I can like either move on from it, move on with it, whatever. You know what I mean?
Are you like your own therapist in a sense?
Maybe.
You said cope.
Yeah. I mean, it's a coping skill.
So what are you coping with?
Man, for a very long time, I felt like my inspiration was my own insecurities.
Your inspiration is your own insecurity. Okay.
So like, to like, you know what I mean? If you're looking at it through that lens, from that direction, it is a little bit of a therapeutic practice.
The thing that makes you the most involved is the thing that scares you.
They say if you're not scared, why do it?
Interesting. Oh man, that's a lot, bro. Because they're coming from different places.
What do you mean?
Insecurity and inspiration.
You think they're coming from different places?
I believe that's what artistry is about, conquering some insecurity and using it to inspire you. But I've just never heard anybody really put it down into those words and those terms.
All right.
So,
for instance, that song, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, not every single song is inspired by some sort of insecurity, right? But I know that in moments when I'm feeling uncertain about something or uncertain about myself, I may not even make something like to hype myself up as much as to process why am I feeling this way. I'm anxious about the capitalistic system. So I make a song called Science where I'm like talking about the way that we look at each other and look at each other's worth through money, through how much somebody has versus the worth that you have to me as a person. I'm looking at you, or even if you're a stranger, I'm looking at you through monetary lens, right? Or if, like in this song, I'm insecure about the fact that like I'm stressed out, and like it's making me feel some type of way it made me feel some type of way that I feel some type of way, and like you know what? Rather than allow myself to be caught up in this stream of thought that's tense and frustrating, let me take a break. I'm gonna roll a J. I'm gonna laugh at some cartoons. I'm gonna roll a J, spark something. I'm gonna ride around, listen to some music, maybe freestyle, and like take a couple of moments to just change the way that I'm thinking for a second, and then I come back to it. So,
would you rather make music or have conversations?
yes.
Both?
I mean, cause like, so, and you know what? So like, one of my favorite rappers, especially when I was younger, is Jay-Z, and he has a very conversational style to the way that he talks about, he goes through verses. It feels personal. I like that. I love I love conversation. I love talking. I come from a conversational family.
So, if nobody were to listen to the music that you made, would you still be happy?
Happy?
Would it still mean as much to you?
Would it still mean as much to me? To be honest with you, sometimes it feels like nobody's listening to my music at this point. Like, I know that's not all the way true, but like, that's other people's ears isn't the only reason I create. It's part of the reason, but it's not the only reason I create.
What's the other reason? Because you need to hear it?
Yeah, because I need an outlet. I started because stress. You know what I mean? Like, I started making music to cope with stresses and insecurities and anxieties and frustrations. So like, I'm gonna keep making it. I'm gonna make it on faith and then hope that somebody listen to it.
Most people stop themselves because of the fear of the rejection. You don't have that, so you're able to do the action, and whatever the reaction is, it's mazel tov. It's better than one. Yes. It's better than none. So that's great. That's beautiful for you, man. That's really dope. I guess the question that I would basically ask is, if the insecurity wasn't there, would the inspiration be gone?
Probably not. There'd be other, and there are other things that inspire me, like movies, like relationships and stuff like that. Like whether it be personal, like romantic relationships or platonic and friendship relationships, familial relationships. I'm inspired by a multitude of things, but I know that the thing that like, you know what I mean, that sparked the fire creatively was insecurity.
If you said the insecurity came from an individual or a thing, do you share that thing with the thing?
So do I share the song with the subject of the song? Yeah. Not necessarily. It's not. I ain't make it for them. Like I said, I made it to cope with me. I put it out, especially
just in case somebody can relate.
Yeah, because I like, especially when I first started, like I would share stuff with like my cousin, with homies, and they'd be like, I like this bar off the like, just I like the energy, and then also I can relate to. Or even maybe I'm not giving you something new to help you cope with it, but maybe you just feel seen. You ever like been in a fucked up mood and you listen to music that's in that mood just to like help you get through it, just to feel it, just give you space to feel what you're feeling, and then whenever you're done, maybe you put the song down, maybe you come back to it later when you feel that feeling again.
There's always opportunities in life where you're trying to figure out, am I the only person that's ever felt this? And you're trying to find evidence in which to see if it's true or is it not. And it's like pain needs a partner.
That's dark. That's dark.
And
that sounds like a much better version of Misery Loves Company. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah. No. It's just real. It's just like we are more alike than we're disalike, and we tend to share more of our insecurities than our efficiencies as humans, and be able to channel that through music and share it to the world in hopes that I may be solving my problems and his problems at the same time. It's like everybody that's an artist, or I'm not gonna say only artists, is unconsciously trying to say, I've been through this, so I don't want you to go through it. But you can never help people by not letting them go through it.
Yeah, you can't.
It's like, what's the point of the music, anyways?
I mean, even if I tell you, like, what was it? Jay-Z had a line like, "Hov did that, so hopefully you don't got to go through that." And niggas still was, you know what I mean? Niggas would listen to that while they was doing the stuff that they hear him talking about. You can't live for people. You can live alongside them, but you can't live for them. If they want to, you know what I mean? I went through it. Hopefully,
So
if you're going through it too, you can vibe with it. And not everything is depressing. So sometimes it's like something uplifting or something like just reflective. You know what I mean? Sometimes.
to wrap it all up in a bag,
Word.
music is ultimately just self-help.
I don't know about that.
I
I don't know about that. That seems like a simplification.
mean,
That seems like a simplification.
because when you really speak about it, how artists really speak is really to the places where they feel like they're unlistened to, they're not seen, they feel like they're unexpressed, some type of darkness or something they're trying to conquer, and letting that out.
I think that's valid.
Does
but
something.
I don't think that's the only way. I don't think that's the whole thing. Enough about me.
I mean, we don't really got.
You got a snippet?
We don't really got that much time.
We don't got that much time. But okay, so in the time we got left, you got a snippet for me?
I do not have a snippet.
Why not?
But the snippet that I have is the lens in which I view your music.
Okay.
So, and to the time that I've met you, like you're so gentle in places like there's nothing you can't speak to you about, and your music is never overly aggressive, overly soft. It's just the right tone, kind of like the Three Little Bears.
That's
Coming
hilarious.
to-
Yeah.
It's like
Goldilocks.
It's like the perfect pudding. It's like, I'm gonna give you some good bars, but I'm gonna give you some nice jazz too. So I mean, I know the last discussion we were talking about balance. I think you've really encompassed that through your artistry, because any person from any place can get something out of it. It has jazz, it has R&B. You're singing, but you're not really singing, but I'm really rapping to you. But at the same time, damn, this is frustration, and I'm trying to cool, calm, and collective and cope.
18-year-old me is proud of myself right now.
Sir.
Thank you.
Good work doing the work, sir.
Bless.
But all right, man, I think that's it, man. Right? Cool. All right, great show.
Bet. My niggas.
I break down, I take the troubles of my life off my mind and lay it down. I lay it down, don't play around.
Hey, yo.
I break it
Hey,
down.
son. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if so, then comment, like, subscribe, follow, disagree, whatever. I mean, this is a show by the artist for the artist. So, if you want to be featured, just hit us. There ain't nothing but an email or a DM away. Until next time, peace.